right, this is a 2019 Chevy LCF 4500. It has a 16-foot dry van box on the back with bifold ramps. I'll give you the inside dimensions, the height and the width in just a minute. This vehicle has the 19.5-inch wheels. Now, if you're not familiar with the LCF, this is the same exact truck as the Isuzu NPR HD. The truck is impeccably clean. This is a working truck. It's used 5 days a week. When I first bought the truck, I drove it home from the dealership and put the seat covers on it, and these seats have only been sat on one time without the seat covers, just on the ride home from the dealership. It has the optional backup camera. It's also got a heavy-duty hitch and a trailer brake controller that I also had installed at the time. The truck has about 11,600 miles or so. And it's got, of course, power locks, power windows. It's a 6-speed automatic with the GM 6.0 liter V8. And there is not a single scratch, dent, ding, scrape anywhere on the truck or the box. I ceramic coated the cab about 13 months ago, and the paint is just as clean and slick, more than if it was new. I also have the windows tinted to keep the heat down. It seats 3. You've got your glove box right there. You've got a pull-out cup holder. Got a little cubby hole there. You've got storage bins at the top, above the driver and the passenger. So I'll start it up for you guys. I've had absolutely no problems with this truck whatsoever, not a single issue. I just changed the oil and filter. I use the AMSOIL 5W30 Signature Series, and it's had, that was its 3rd oil change. Obviously, this truck, being from Atlanta, has absolutely no rust at all. It's just the way it came from the factory. The tires, all the tires are the exact factory tires. They've got about, I'm going to say, 80% tread left. And the tires were rotated about 100 miles ago. I rotate them every 5,000 to 6,000 miles. All right, so here's how you tilt the cab forward on one of these trucks. There's a handle. You just grab it. You pull this lever up, and there's another safety lever here. You pull that up, and it just nice and gently goes up. And there's a locking handle right here. But that's the GM 6.0 liter. It's the L96 truck engine, and runs absolutely wonderful. You have your air filter service here, your coolant reservoir, your transmission fluid, and your oil dipstick, and of course the radiator. very, very easy to service. You've got your AC condenser right there. Everything is extremely easy to get to. All right, I'm going to show you how to put the cab back down. You just squeeze this handle and gently pull, and you have this grab handle right here. It just goes down very nicely. Once that latches, you just take this handle and it locks into place, so it's not going anywhere. This truck is a rolling billboard. It has gotten me more business than probably anything I've ever done. It has the bifold ramps, which I'll show you how those operate to get your lawn equipment in and out. It's got the heavy duty electrical connector. It's got D-rings for your chains, and it's got a heavy duty hitch on the back. Of course, with the trailer brake controller I showed you earlier. I've never towed anything with this, but you can tow. This is a 14,500 GVW chassis. The chassis itself is a 150 inches, 150 or 153, whatever the spec is on that. 16-foot flat bed. So if you were wanting to use this in anything other than landscaping, you can just take the bifold ramps off and put a, you take the hitch and everything, take that off. You could put a Tommy gate under there, whatever you want. Power lift gate that folds up. There's the backup camera. All the cab corners are in beautiful shape. There's no damage at all to this unit. This is a Conyers truck body built box. They probably build the best boxes in the industry. They're very heavy duty, they're light, and as we see inside, they are of real quality construction. All right, so to get the gates down, they're very easy. You have a safety pin, you just pull that out. You've got this large L-shaped pin, and now they're not going to fall over. There's a huge spring and a shock, and you basically just hold on to this handle and set it right down. Pull the safety pin, pull the L pin, and you can do this one-handed. These ramps, I believe, will hold 750 pounds each, so 1,500 pounds combined. So it'll get the biggest zero turn that you have. So I'm going to unlock the roll-up door. Rolls up very easy. So the inside width of the box is 7.5 feet. And I had this box custom built to be 1 foot taller than a standard box because I'm 6'5" or 6'4", and I didn't want to hit my head on the ramp. So we're 93 inches. About 93 inches. I have plenty of headroom. All right, so obviously the equipment doesn't go with the truck unless you were going to buy the equipment separately, but I have E-track in the walls. I will leave the E-track and leave all the hangers. So I've got blowers over here, I've got some accessories, I've got the string, And I've got E-track along that wall. I've got these adjustable shelves. If you wanted to, these will stay with the truck. And they've got I put a lip on them so that the stuff wouldn't slide out, but it works absolutely wonderful. It took me a while to get this layout, but it's very efficient. Especially having the trimmers and stuff hanging up vertical instead of normally like on a trailer where they'd be horizontal. You can get more trimmers. It's very fast and easy. So just for dimension purposes, this is a 54-inch trim star. That's a 36-inch right. Obviously, you could get another up to 48 inches right there. You know, you have some push mowers, whatever you want. You could turn these, turn this sideways, and you could actually turn this sideways and get more mowers back here. So you could probably get 4 large mowers back here, depending on the deck width, of course. This is expanded metal, so it's extremely strong. No problems whatsoever. The ramp angle is not very steep, so that's the reason they made them 2-piece bifolds, to give you a longer ramp so that it's not very steep approach and departure angle. So I'll also have the optional buyer's gas storage container, and it is key locked. So it'll hold multiple different sizes. I've got 2 5-gallons, 2.5, and an extra 1.5 gallon for premix. So you've got your battery right here. When I do the oil change on this Chevy, of course, I grease all the bulb or the kingpins up front, upper and lower, on both sides, and also the dry shaft.